are celebrating the 20th anniversary of Disney's High School Musical. It quickly became a global phenomenon with a soundtrack that was 2006's best-selling album. And we are joined by director, choreographer Kenny Ortega and star Monique Coleman. Thank you both for being here.
We're so happy to be here.
So exciting. Kenny, take us back to when you first knew that High School Musical was going to be a hit.
Oh, there was a moment. We were shooting the finale of We're All in This Together.
Yeah.
We were in the gymnasium. We had the cast, we had the cheerleaders, dancers, band, the crowd, cameras, lights, and I called playback, and the music blared through the speakers, and I pulled away from my monitors and looked into the room. And it just spoke to me, and it at the moment spoke to me, and I realized that we had accomplished something at that moment that was powerful and important.
Monique, what do you remember about that moment, about Kenny directing that song that really, I mean, it's a phenomenon.
Absolutely.
We all remember that.
Well, what you all got to see was the expression of what Kenny actually came over to us and said. It was like the halftime speech of all halftime speeches. He came over to us and he really expressed what that moment was like for him, and he told us that he had worked on a little movie called Dirty Dancing, and that in this
Maybe
moment,
you've heard of it?
yeah, exactly. And we were all like, iconic. But he just pulled us in and just really told us that this was not just about singing the best or dancing the most perfect, but that this was an opportunity that if we showed our hearts, that as long as marketing did what they were supposed to do, that we really did have something super special on our hands, and that we had one moment to get the shot with the confetti, and so no one could be out of place, and it was a really just iconic, special moment that was just so intimate. That
There were a
stayed with
lot
us
of
forever.
one-shot only.
Yes, yes, there were a
For
lot of
budget
one-shot.
reasons and for time
Yes.
reasons, you know, we had to get.
Yeah.
And we did.
We
and
did.
We over and over we did, because of you and the cast and the incredible crew that we had. Everybody was just so involved and invested and shared in the same passion that I did.
Well, you nailed it, and 20 years later, here we are still celebrating it. And High School Musical, in what way, Kenny, did it lay the groundwork for other franchises like Descendants, Camp Rock, and so on?
Well, you know, some people said, well, it awakened an audience. There was an audience out there waiting, you know, that was thirsty for this kind of entertainment, you know, and that the Disney Channel already had them all on board.
Right.
So when High School Musical premiered, the marketing, you know, the previews captured that audience, and domestically first, and then all over the world, and it just the whole planet just became aware of it. There hasn't been a place I've ever traveled to in all these 20 years where someone hasn't walked up to me and said thank you. Yeah. You know, it was life-changing. It helped me, you know, fall in love with myself. It empowered me. It made me believe in my dreams, my possibilities, and so it was more than music, more than entertaining, more than choreography. It was an inspirational piece, I think, for many young people.
And Monique, 20 years later, when people come up to you, do they start singing We're All in This Together? What do they say to you?
You know what's funny is they say you raised me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a lot of people say that you raised me or you were my childhood, and I think, you know, to exist in that space in people's minds is something that is so special, because they've now grown up and they are the decision makers. They are the ones that are able to give us opportunities, and I also get the same sentiment where people say, I became an actor, or I knew that this was something that I could do because I saw you do it, and you inspired us to, you know, believe that we could do more than one thing at the same time.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
It really is.
We're all craving nostalgia, and we like things that remind us of our youth.
Yes.
Could we see a reunion and see what they're up to all these years later? Could that ever happen, you think, Kenny?
I don't know, but I know that the movies are still working.
Yeah.
You know, that those that watched it all those years ago, 20 years ago, now have kids that are watching it, and I've been told that over and over again. So I think it still sustains. You know, I think it's a timeless piece that will outlive us all.
Would you do a reunion?
Would I? Yes. Yes. If I had all of these beautiful souls back, you bet. But I also believe that what we have still has legs and still works, and And so whatever is to be.
Yeah. But when you've got lightning in a bottle like that, it's hard to not last the way that this has. So thank you
Thank you.
both
Thank
for
you.
the work that you did and for being here to talk
We
about
were
it
here
today.
at the very beginning,
Yes,
20
this is
years
where-
ago.
this is where it started.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
Thank you
memory.
for
Yeah.
all of your love and support and continuing to bring us back and celebrate our franchise. Thank you.
Congrats on
Yes,
20
thank
years.
you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Well, Disney Plus celebrates the 20th anniversary of High School Musical with a dedicated non-stop feed now streaming.